banks. We don't check ROCE for bank. Why? Why? Capital employed has own funds and loan funds. But loan is the main business activity. It's not looked at it as a debt. So wherever you see debt or anything other than banking, it's like a financing activity. I need those funds to operate my business. And here it is the core operation only. Okay, so ROCE irrelevant. Can I say same logic, debt to equity irrelevant? Yes or no? Yes. Very important. Asset turnover or inventory turnover. Relevant or irrelevant? There is no inventory only. Is there any inventory for ICICI Bank or is it? So typically these assets are written here, that asset turnover, inventory turnover, these will be relevant mainly for manufacturing rather than banking. Okay, fair enough, huh? Locker is a fixed, she's asking can locker be an inventory for the bank? No, locker is like a fixed asset for the bank. They have purchased it so that they can enhance their business. They have not purchased it for resale. What is inventory? You are purchasing with the intention to resell. Do banks sell us lockers or do they give it us on rent? On rent. So that's why it's a fixed asset, like a non-current asset. So for a power, your question is for a power manufacturing company, can asset turnover ratio be relevant or irrelevant? Is that what you're asking? That will still be relevant is what I feel. Why? No, let me just complete. So for that, I'm not an engineer, okay, please. Sorry if I'm doing something wrong. But assume that I have these 1, 2, 3, two machineries I have. With these 100 units of electricity I'm able to generate. I want to add 3 more units. Question is with additional expenditure on these 3 units, was I able to generate more energy or not, more electricity or not? Won't I check fixed asset turnover in that case? Yes. Okay. Now he's asking about inventory turnover ratio. Now for that, I don't think electricity can be stored. I'm not sure. I think the moment it's stored, it has to be transported and ऐसे होता है ना? Again, I'm not an engineer. I don't know that. ऐसे होता है ना? It is not stored. In that case, there should ideally be no inventory. So this is too technical question for me to be honest. Whether energy can be stored, solar energy and that's he is saying whatever you're generating, are you able to sell that? But that's a different matrix. Whatever you're generating, is it being sold or not? That will tell you the efficiency of whether you're able to do that. If they're able to generate but not sell, the question of whether they're in a position to store or not is not getting answered. To the best of my knowledge, it can't be stored. Other engineers can maybe answer this one. Gas can be stored, of course, but I don't think electricity can be stored. It has to be no. बस समझ में आएगा. नहीं होता. उसने बोल दिया नहीं होता मतलब नहीं होता. No questions. I'm a Bollywood freak. Everyone knows that. Pelnas ने नहीं बोल दिया था नहीं है. आके होगी. Sushmita said yes. Okay. So asset turnover, inventory turnover, like I mentioned, because it's into the service space, are irrelevant ratios. ITC. But before ITC, I think I should take Infosys at least key points. Because yesterday, if you remember, I told you that there are some ratios. So I'm not going to again tell you ROE, ROC, turnover. No need again, na? You can do that on your own. So come to this page of Infosys. In the notes, it's Infosys first, then ICICI, and then if time permits, it was ITC. Okay. So for Infosys, does everyone know what is, before we go to Infosys, banks. Remember we had done economy analysis, then we had done industry analysis, then we had done company analysis. If you remember, I told you banks, are they more cyclical in nature or non-cyclical in nature? More inclined towards cyclical. Why? If the economy is good, more loans, more everything, the economic activity itself will be higher. So if we were in that zone, ideally I should have taken banks. We are currently not in that zone. Ideally I should have skipped banking analysis. But then again, problem is that the analysis is totally different. And if I would have skipped that, then maybe you would not have been in a position to analyze banks in a better way, which was the case in FA 1.2. I had not analyzed the bank. Are you confident enough now to analyze banks on your own more than enough? Yes. Okay. So that was the only reason why I analyzed banks. Given a choice, I would stay away from banks at this point in time. Okay. Again, this is my thought process. You need not follow it. It's your choice. Whether you feel you can invest, if you don't feel, don't invest. Okay. Infosys on the other hand, software company, completely cyclical, completely non-cyclical, somewhere in between, blind what? Mixed up. Somewhere mixed up. Because even if we say it is cyclical, more economic activity will get you more orders. That is true on one hand. Are you with me? Good economic activity, there will be more and more development. But today we are in a world where things can't be smoothly running without technology. Some orders are going to be placed with such companies irrespective of what the economy is doing right now. Okay? Plus was Infosys a part of our screener? What's the screener? The first 10-pointer analysis that we did? Let me open screener 1 minute. Screens and we had FA 2.2 plus. Remember? And here we had Infosys. Correct? So that is the reason why I thought I would call this. Just as an example, let me take you through Infosys. So what I've done, even in your notes, you might find this. Yes? When you get the soft copy. Okay? In the soft copy, you will get all these as links also. Direct links you will get. Okay? But then, let me quickly tell you from where have I taken all this information from. If you ask me financials, it can be directly from the balance sheet also. If you want, you can do that. So directly from balance sheet will be go to their website and download the balance sheet. Possibility number 1. Possibility number 2, as I told you, screener. Possibility number 3, money control. Possibility number 4, again if you want to go to the annual report, again Infosys.com annual report. Next one, if you want revenue guidance, this is something like super important for software companies. All software companies give revenue guidance numbers. Okay, now what is that I'll tell you. But for that, you have to read the con call transcript or at least listen to the con call. Now what is this con call I'll tell you. After every quarterly data, one more time tell me Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, April to June, July to September, October to December and Jan to March. Just an additional piece of information. There's a deadline to submit this data. Within 45 days from the end of the quarter, you have to disclose your quarterly data. If I'm talking about April to June, within 45 days from end of June, means what? What August? 14th, July 31 days. 14th August, no? On or before 14th August, you have to declare Q1 data. Okay? Same is the case with Q2 within 45 days. Same is the case with Q3 within 45 days. Only for Q4 because is the year end also. They are given a date of 60 days. Additional piece of information. So if you just, I don't know if you just want to write down Q1, Q2, Q3, quarterly numbers. So if you want to write down, I can quickly take one sentence. Quarterly numbers into bracket Q1, Q2, Q3 have to be disclosed. Quarterly numbers into bracket Q1, Q2, Q3 have to be disclosed within how many days? Within 45 days from the end of the quarter. From the end of the quarter. Whereas for Q4, results have to be declared. For Q4, results have to be declared within how many days? 60 days. No. This is only SEBI norm. SEBI norms. Only, if you want to write that also, it's only for listed companies that I'm talking about right now. So those who are entrepreneurs here, no need to give quarterly data for you all. No one asks you to give quarterly data. पूरा साल खत्म हो जाता है तो भी कहीं कुछ पता नहीं होता है कहाँ पे quarterly data नहीं. Right? चलो. So shall we move on? So yes, I was talking about the con call transcripts. So what happens, I tell you in real life. Whenever quarterly data is published, so let us say right now we are at the end of Q4, as we take the class, we are at the end of Q4. Now companies will start giving their quarterly data. It will be published. It will be given out to the exchanges. All these websites will update their data. Okay. Once that is done, they will keep a conference call. If you are the shareholder of the company, you are allowed to attend the conference call. If you want, you can ask a question to the management also. Only thing is that they have to allow you to ask the question. You can raise a hand. Every company has their own system. So I have tried this. I have raised the hand many times. No one ever asked me to ask the question. But I was there in the con call. Okay. Once during roadshows, I did get an opportunity to ask questions. The con call still date, I've never asked any question to the management directly. But you can listen to all these fund houses, mutual fund houses, or all these big institutional players whose analysts and research advisors, they are in the con call also. So they'll say, now we are opening. So first you can imagine board of directors, CFO, CEO, all these main people. They'll tell, okay, in this quarter our company did blah 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 whatever. They'll talk about the performance of the company. They'll say that in the coming quarter we have blah blah blah. These are our future plans. Okay, they'll talk about basic things, and then they'll say, now we open the house for questions. Okay, then there'll be a moderator. Moderator says, okay, Aditya Birla Sun Life, okay, you can ask. Then let us say ICICI Mutual Fund, okay, HDFC Group, okay, you can ask. But at least we get to see what questions these people ask. So whenever you have free time, you can surely go through these con calls. Earlier, it was very difficult to get an access to the con calls. Nowadays, on YouTube also you'll get con calls. Search on YouTube, you'll get conference calls. If you don't want to listen to it, some people are good readers. Okay, for them what do you have? Con call transcript. And what is transcript? A word written thing of the entire call, starting with good morning folks. Why say? Today we are going to run into pages and thank you that everything will be typed. Maybe it's a voice to text feature. Who is going to write so much? I don't know. Okay, so if you want, you can also go through the con call transcripts. What I refer to always in the con call transcript is what are the future plans. Even if you read just control your future, you'll get to know that. Fair enough? Simple? Yes. Company introduction, you can also go to Wikipedia, or I've also got a screener right hand side about the company. You get a quick description. Then if you want some case studies, this is like super in-depth analysis, are not required at all. But if you want to do, I'm giving you a source. So typically when I do my pro-investor presentations, how many of your pro-investor members here in the class? Okay, maybe 50%. Others, I would surely recommend, like your student. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't give any concession. That's not in my hand. It's YouTube. I don't have any control over whatever. I can't give any discounts to my own team members also. It's mandatory. YouTube does it everything. Okay. So why pro-investor membership? I just take maximum 1 minute. But for those who are my pro-investor members, I explain one company for minimum half an hour. And many times it goes to 45-50 minutes also. Only once in 1 month. But whenever I say you can do in-depth analysis of the company, then in-depth means what? All these things that I've given, revenue guidance, company case studies, industry analysis, more, this entire page, absolutely in detail. You'll get to know. And the cost also that I've kept is minimal. It's 399 rupees. Don't take membership from Apple phone. There it will cost 699 rupees. That's what the feedback I got. Apple charges more. So if you want to take the membership, use Windows PC or Android phone. Okay. Best feature is, if you are not sure whether to take it or not, take it for 1 month only. Even if you take only for 1 month, can you check all the previous videos also? So by paying 1 month subscription, I've been doing this for 2 years. He's happy. We got the hack. Okay. I'm only telling you hack. Okay. So with 399 rupees one time that you're paying, you can get more than 25 company analysis. That is the quantum how much I've covered till date. And 100% only and only fundamentally strong companies. No, not a single company with bad fundamentals. If you do that, now you will get a feeling, okay, I know this, or oh, this is the point that had to be checked in depth. You'll develop that habit of how to analyze companies. Okay, so even if you're not taken it till date, you can surely consider at least for 1 month. 399 to ask your Vaishali mein use zyada bhi lata hai. Any South Indian hotel also will spend more than 500. Forget about the fine dining restaurant and all that. So surely recommended. It will give you good knowledge for sure. Okay, you just have to go to my channel and there's a blue color join button. And this feature is only for pro investor members. So usually consider that it will sharpen your analysis. Okay, so with that, yes please. क्या बात है? Okay. See, he's already doing the analysis. So this month's stock of the month is solar industries. I'm yet to give the session on that. Mostly on 20th of this month. So after 3-4 days, I'll be generally I do it as a live session on YouTube. That'll be viewable only for pro investor members. Now, what is solar industries? What is the business model? How to analyze? It's more into explosives. It's a pure earth industry. Correct. So then you will get to know more and more. As I mentioned, see, can you do it on your own? Yes. Now I've also told you how to filter out data. But then additional or in-depth analysis means what? John, as an example, like ICICI Bank did right now. Similarly, I'm doing for Infosys also, but still, if you want more and more analysis, get the hang of it. So I'm telling you about pro investor memberships. Okay. So with that, Wikipedia also told you company case studies if you want. Industry analysis, fantastic website, which me and my team always refer. Free website, ibef.org. And believe it or not, for every single industry, you will get very nice information. So you just have to choose which industry you want to know more about. I'll just show you this website. So this is ibef.org. India Brand Equity Foundation Advantage India. Okay. So, this mouse. So here also, by the way, you can get some economy related things. But generally, I don't refer here. For economy, I refer to trading economics. Day one. For industry, I always check IDF. Why I tell you now, just look at the drop down for industry. Everything in alphabetical order, right from agriculture related industries, auto components, automobiles, aviation, banking, biotechnology, cement, to whatever, infrastructure, insurance, IT, business process outsourcing, whatever, everything you will get here. Now, if you want to go just in case with, let us say, banking that we did right now. So this will say banking sector in India. Okay. India is the leading country in the world in terms of digital transactions with a 19% jump in digital transactions in just, 19 times jump in digital transactions in just 7 years. Now, tell you, robust demand, innovation, business fundamentals, policy support, banking industry report, industry level report, everything is free. Free. This is November 21 report. Growth in deposits. How much is the growth in deposits? Overall banking level, overall industry level, not only ICICI or HDFC or whatever. So then they mention it here. So for example here, okay, growth, it just mentions market size, growth in deposits. So it will be everything. It's mentioned at 12 public, 22 private, 46 foreign, 56 regional rural, 1,485 urban cooperative, 96,000 rural cooperative. और क्या चाहिए? Okay? Then investment. So whenever time permits, please go to this website. Whichever industry you want to check, you'll get fantastic insights into that. Okay? And everything written in plain text. So no worries at all. Then we can also check the shareholding pattern and finally we can go ahead with valuation. Okay? Chalo sir. Does this data change? Yes. But so for example, this is annual report ka link that I've given. No. What did you want? Industry analysis they keep on changing. So right now if you see it was November 21 report. So the frequency is different for different sets of industries. So I can't say that it will be exactly monthly or whatever, but they will keep on updating it. Absolutely. You will get to know about that even if some industry is doing well or it's not doing well. Valuation, I have just done the valuation directly and I will give you the figure right now. We can't go into valuation right now. Four methods: price to sales, price to earning, price to book value, and EV beta. But I'll show the final answer to you. That is the entire art of value investing lecture series. Okay. Revenue, revenue values, na? Nine, so this is just a snapshot. Okay. So let's go ahead and here, what can you do? So so easy factors. I'm just going to quickly go ahead. Should you check only, I want past answer, should you check only 1 year data or 5 years data minimum? 5 years data. On screener you have 10 years data. And if you remember, I've also shown you on screener that you can just go here. So let me just quickly put up Infosys. Basic thing what you can check is go to P&L. See whether these numbers are increasing. Everyone full attention now. Whether these numbers are increasing, so sales is increasing. Whether operating profit is increasing or not, check that. Is it increasing? Yes. Then, by the way, this is again paid version. Product segment. So if Infosys is making softwares, listen, if Infosys is making softwares, for whom? Which industry? Breakup is what it is here. So they are making software, they are making for financial services, they are making for retail, they are making for telecom, they are making for energy utility, manufacturing, other life science sector, so many they are making. So you get product, so you get a segmental breakup here. For simple example, I'll show you ITC for you to understand what is a segmental breakup. A better way. So profit and loss, I click on product segments, FMCG cigarettes, FMCG others, agri-business, paperboard, others, hotels, whatever. Okay, so if you see here, they also tell you, so FMCG cigarette, I'm sure everyone knows for ITC, the major revenue comes from cigarettes only. Okay, so if you see here, 18,000, it was highest I can see is 35,000. This is 2017. From there, it has started to degrow. I started to go down. Is this total turnover or revenue of cigarettes? Revenue of cigarettes only. Okay. But then if you see FMCG others will be like that for ITC with biscuits, some piece biscuit. Patanjali क्या बोलते हैं? वो आटा कौन सा? आशीर्वाद आटा. Yippee noodles. Okay. All this is ITC. Then that अगरबत्ती. मंगलदीप अगरबत्ती. सब बनते हैं ये शांत पसंद आता. मंगलदीप अगरबत्ती नाम है. Okay. So all these are like FMCG others. ठीक है? Is this increasing? Could it an increasing trend? Yes. Agri-business increasing trend? Yes. Paperboard, this is like exceptional, but otherwise also not bad. Has gone to 5,000 category easily. Others okay. Hotel is badly hit. Corona. It will come up. Okay. So now let's understand. If this is amount, I can click on growth also. So I get to know this year there's a degrowth of 5%. This year there's increase by 15%, increase by 20% and whatnot. So easy, right? But if you see here, that was revenue, right? This is sales revenue. If I go down, profit before interest and tax. Do we know this? EBIT. Correct? You know PBT? And you just add interest and we get EBIT, whatever. Now if you see here, again, FMCG cigarettes is decreasing. This is whatever, similar. No. FMCG others is increasing. My God, increased quite a bit. Agri is also increasing. Paperboard, stagnant kind of. This is okay. Okay. Now see this one. This is an important one. Margin. Profit margin in cigarettes, profit margin in FMCG, profit margin in paperboard. Visualize what, na? Yes? Margins. Highest margin in. Now if cigarette business is going down, otherwise we would have felt very good. Cigarettes consumption is becoming less, going down good. Is it good for the company? Not at all. Why? Major profitability, margin wise, is coming from cigarettes only. So for them, if cigarettes revenue, profitability is going down, not so good for them. Otherwise they have to focus on increasing the profitability of others. Hotels, minus 85%. Okay. So profit increase, okay. Capital employed, also here, this is like an amazing data point for capital employed. How much capital they have employed for each segment? And how much is the return on capital employed for each segment? Have a look at cigarettes. 513% ROC. Can you beat that? Okay. So I hope you understood what is the importance of the segmental product segment. Yes. So again, but unfortunately in the paid version. Okay. So what I will do is that in your notes only, I will try to paste the screener link that you can use. I will ask the owner if I can get some discount code for you. Okay. That will be better. Okay. So if we get a discount code, why not? We can surely. I'll surely try it out. Okay. At your students level. Bilkul. He has also got a discount coupon code. CRR effect coupon. Okay. I see. नको बड़ा दोस्त बोलो. So for you're saying for ITC, for cigarette business, it's not good because government policies are not favoring them. Is that your point? He is saying that problem, government will increase tax, then it will be problem for the revenue. ऐसा हुआ था मेरा. You don't do it, but those who are bad people, those who are smokers, chain smokers and all that. Okay, chain smokers will pay any amount of money, but they will smoke. You don't do that, huh? Okay. Okay. Oh. Cigarette, see, so of course, when you surely check, I'll tell you one more instance, not about the London company that you are referring to. If you see my video on ITC, whenever time comes, you see that, the ITC fundamental analysis part 1 and part 2. And in that I've given that if you increase the taxes on cigarettes, what happens? Illegal cigarettes consumption increases. So that is in fact worse. So government increasing taxes to a maddening extent, that will also not happen. Because government also knows that. So now all that smuggling and all that, again bad people. No smuggling, don't do that. Exactly. Absolutely. So anyways, ITC, but I believe that they are trying their level best to diversify from their cigarettes business to other segments, and they're trying really well. They are getting some traction out of that. And if you have seen all of the stocks, they have not performed well in the last few days, last months. Look at ITC. A stock which always used to be crying in 220, 210, 205. How many people follow ITC in that same range? It is the favorite stock of all the gamers. But this is surely outperforming all other stocks right now. Almost all other stocks right now. I'm sure many of yours portfolio might be just in green or in red only. It's the case with almost everyone's portfolio, barely in green or red. But those who have like ITC in their portfolio, they're like, yes, that is what I was waiting for. It's a big breakout, huh? After so many years, agreed. But then that is where technical analysis also comes into play. There's a term called as breakout. Consolidation, zoop, breakout. So we have to see on technical parameters also. And why is it going on a higher side fundamentally? That is also why I told you, because they are trying to shift gears from cigarette to others, and they have started getting those results. Shall I show you quick slides for that as well? Because you have it. I'm sorry, I'm moving away from Infosys all of a sudden. But some points are worth mentioning for ITC also. So if you see this figure, I don't know if you can visualize this properly or not. See, this is how businesses have emerged over the years. A glimpse of past 3 decades of ITC. In the year 1990 to 2000, so 2000 era, it was 87% of the revenue used to come from cigarettes. 87% revenue from cigarettes. And directly jumping to 2019-20, 41% of revenue only comes from cigarettes. Half. Are they trying their level best to diversify? Yes, please. Oh my God. Oh. So he's saying that. So what? Otherwise, I always say that whenever you're investing in any company, try the products, not for this one. Right up to the point. Yeah. Wow, I think that's an amazing data. I said that he had done some analysis, wherein that he had done some analysis for some startup, I guess, and your own start in college. Acha. So then you might have found plenty of buds inside your campus only. Huh? Yes, sample was in your vicinity only. Don't make it so basically, he said we collected buds of cigarettes, and he said 90% buds were of ITC. And he said we went to all the chaiwalas, and they also said that majority were like ITC, and those who haven't tried ITC cigarette, ITC people are higher marketing people. So that let them try ITC product. Maybe I just remember, ek baar khaoge to khate reh jaoge. No one can eat just one time. That was which company? Lays? That was Lays. But don't do this for ITC. Okay. Alright. So these are some screenshots of how profitable they are, but some interesting data points. How efficient their management is. If you see here, PAT and cash flow from operations, profit after tax and cash flow from operations, they have almost gone neck to neck every single year. So whatever, you remember, profit after tax is like accrual system. It's not necessary that you get that much hard cash or cash equivalent, but their PAT, which may have cash items, non-cash items, versus that CFO, cash flow from operating activities, which will have only and only cash and cash equivalents. That is going hand in hand almost. So can I say it's not only about book entries, it's about actual cash that they're talking about. So always tell me this ratio, CFO and PAT ratio, higher the better or lower the better? Higher the better. Okay, so definitely one good point. Second point, if you know this Savlon, if we get heard Savlon, antiseptic, they took over Savlon. ITC has taken over Savlon, and this was one of the successful acquisitions. Brand witnessed a CAGR of 50%. You know what is CAGR? Compounded annual growth rate. And I told you that, for example, if I say compounded annual growth rate of 50% for 3 years, assume, does it mean 50-50-50 or on an average 50? On an average 50, correct? After its trademark was acquired by Johnson & Johnson, Savlon's turnover, listen to this, Savlon's turnover originally in 13-14, before they took it over, was how much? 65 crores. Currently, Savlon has crossed 1,200 crores revenue in 2020. This is a classic case of turnover. ITC has done that. Plus, I would want to show this also. I'm sure now we know this. Edible oil, look at the prices. Now, why is this important for ITC? Edible oil, soap noodles, and craft paper. I can't recall the exact metal. I read that, can't recall that. Edible oil, soap noodles, both are about inflation, if you remember. Edible oil, if it is continuously increasing, here right now we can see a little bit sideways trend. But here we can see soap, it has increased. You can see soap noodles. So for Yippee noodles, this is their input, soap noodles. Okay. Edible oil will be required for a few other products. If you remember FMCG cigarettes and FMCG others, this will be required for FMCG others. Can I say this is like unprecedented rise in commodities? Unprecedented, not unless dekha tha kabhi. That is like unprecedented rise. Right? Huge rise in the, is this raw material or final product for them? Raw material. Should their profitability have been hampered a lot? Absolutely yes. Have a look at this. This is EBIT. Okay? Segment EBIT, EBITDA margin. Still if you see here, this is quarter 1 FY22, quarter 2 and quarter 3, little bit drop only, not much. In fact, segment EBITDA 373 crore, 4% YOY high this. So if you see here, if I'm comparing, what have we done also I tell you. This is Q3 FY20. Are you with me? Q3 FY20, this is like Corona. And this is like comparatively post-Corona. From here, 7.7% to 9.1%. See the jump. And यहाँ पे level of inflation, if they are able to still go close, the EBIT has not dropped. It has dropped a little bit, not much though. Still, it means that they are able to pass on the inflation to the customers. You understand this terminology? I'm able to pass on to the inflation to my customers means increase the prices of the products. So, for example, if the original cost of biscuit, okay, Sunfeast biscuit was, let us say, 10 rupees. Now they are able to sell it at 12 rupees. But these companies have very nice marketing tricks. They'll keep it at 10 only. They'll reduce 1 or 2 biscuits. And we'll feel, wow, you have kept it same. Very nice. You'll not even understand 2 biscuits are not there in that. Okay, if it is about some other products, maybe the weight will be a little bit different. So, कैसे समझ में आएगा? So, Lays, अब हवा इनका थोड़ी ना है. इनका अलग हवा आता है. हाँ? Bingo. Okay, so in simple words, can I say these are some things that the management is really going places on. Very nice they are doing. So I've done some more analysis how the online FMCG sales are also increasing. Can I say it is a very good point for them also, online increasing in sales. I have given this as a case study. Whenever time, see, it's all about reading, right? That FMCG brands partners with e-commerce such as Dunzo, Flipkart, Grofers, Big Basket. More and more online sales is going to be always beneficial for the company. So I've done this plus government support, lots of things here. So whenever time permits, go through ITC as well. Coming back to Infosys, just 3-4 important points I wanted to mention for Infosys, which was not there that we have discussed till now. We were on the slide. Till then, someone had a question. 140 BPS means 140 basis points. 100 basis points is 1%. They should have said 1.4%. But no, they'll say 140 BPS. So 140 BPS means 140 basis points means 1.4%. Okay. So one more terminology, I don't know if you want to write down. 100 BPS is equal to 1%. 100 BPS basis points. You'll find this in some reports maybe. SBI report also was there. 100 BPS basis points. And that is charging point, I think. Oh, that metal which had increased price. Seaport charger. Thank you. I got a buzz. Thank you. So we had that metal or something in that report, no? Rising prices. So that is about packing material. If packing material price also increase, it's bad for them, right? So this was some basic pointer about how you can do in-depth analysis. Okay, so shall we move on? Yes, so we were talking about infy parameters. Instead of 5-year data, can you obviously see 10-year data? Where do we find 10-year data? We can see that on screener, right? CAGR, do you already know about this? And we discussed this CAGR was compounded annual growth rate. Then we have some additional parameters I've compared Infosys with TCS. And where it's more or less similar, Infosys and TCS both go very much hand in hand. Okay, now the important point that I wanted to tell for specific industry, specific parameters. See if you can find this slide for industry specific parameters.